Hey, Travis. Have you seen the group text Kathy sent out to the family?
Hey, Linda. Yeah, I saw it. I can't believe it. Our little Kathy is getting married. Seemed like just yesterday she graduated high school. And her fiancé is coming this Saturday, right? Can't wait to meet him.
She's 25, Travis. 7 years isn't exactly yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it feels like yesterday. It's just crazy to think that when we first got married, she was only 5 years old. She's been a part of my life for so long that I honestly feel like she's my real daughter, not just my stepdaughter.
I guess I can understand why you'd feel that way, but just remember one thing. It's only a feeling. You can enjoy the feeling while it lasts, but it'll never be more than that.
Huh?
You might have been acting as a stand-in for her father for 20 years, but that's all you'll ever be. You're not her real father.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm aware of that, but geez. Do you have to be so harsh to me like that?
Do you think I'd be talking to you like this without a reason?
Linda, what's going on? What are you trying to say?
If I have to spell it out for you, I'm saying that your time is up, Travis. I've been talking to Kathy's father, Nate, and we've decided to get back together.
What?
Back when we divorced, Nate was working at a super high-stress company. The stress got to him, and he had a mental breakdown that cost him his job. I figured there would be no way he could support Kathy and me until he worked his issues out, so I asked him to divorce me, and he agreed. But now it's been 20 years since then. We met up again about 6 months ago, and he was like a brand new man. He's a high-powered executive now. He runs his own company. Kathy knows you're not her real father, and since she's out on her own now, I figured it was about time her real father stepped back into the role officially.
Linda, what are you saying?
You really still don't get it? I want Kathy's real father to walk her down the aisle at the wedding. As my husband, it's time, Travis. We're getting divorced. I think that should make it crystal clear, right? I want to get it done as soon as possible, before her fiancé comes over on Saturday. If her fiancé meets you, it'll just make things more complicated. Since I'll be married to Nate by the wedding, that means the groom and his family will start asking questions like, "Wait, so which one is her father?" or something. That's an awkward conversation I would really prefer to avoid.
You seem like you've worked this all out for yourself in your head. But have you thought to ask Kathy what she thinks?
She's my daughter, Travis. I don't need to hear it from her mouth to know what she's thinking.
I see. Fine then. We'll get divorced. On one condition. First, you have to talk to Kathy directly, in person, and see how she feels about everything.
I told you I don't need to ask her. Of course she's going to choose her real father. God, were you always this much of a whiny loser? I'm starting to wish I had made this move sooner. Just do everyone a favor and never talk to Kathy again, okay?
I've made up my mind. I'm talking to Kathy first before making any decisions.
No one likes a pathetic, clingy old man, Travis.
I've still got work to do today, so I'll take my leave from this conversation here. Hey, Kathy. I saw the group text you sent out.
Hey, Dad.
I'm so happy to hear that Mitch finally proposed to you. I know how strongly you felt about him for some time now. Congratulations.
Finally is right. He said he was able to pay back the last of his student loans, so he thought now was the time.
Wow, all paid off already? That guy is a real hard worker. He's a keeper, Kathy. You take care of him, you hear?
Oh, I plan on it. By the way...
What is it?
How are you doing after... well, you know.
Ah, there. Yeah, your mom dropped that thermonuclear warhead on me while I was on my lunch break today. Apparently her and Nate are getting back together, so she wants me out of the picture.
Yeah, that's my understanding too. Seriously, how can she do a thing like this? I was so shocked when she told me what was going on that I couldn't speak. I couldn't cry. I could barely even move. And then she told me I don't need to worry about you because since Nate's some big shot businessman, she can leave you all the assets in the divorce.
Oh, wow. I'm touched that she's going out of her way to be so considerate to me. She's so generous. A regular Mother Teresa.
Did she tell you anything else?
She said she wants to get the divorce settled by Saturday so she can introduce Nate as your father when Mitch comes over this weekend.
Saturday? Isn't that just a teensy bit soon?
Her plan is to have Nate walk you down the aisle at your wedding and have him at the family table as her husband. She said she wants to avoid having any awkward conversation with Mitch's family, so she only wants them to ever meet Nate.
What? No, not a chance. That is not happening. Absolutely not. I mean, sure, he may be my biological dad, but he hasn't been any part of my life in 20 years. I barely even met him.
I thought you'd feel that way, but your mother seems to have it in her head that you'd have the same position as her in all of this. It looks like her assumption missed the mark a bit.
Seriously? But, I mean, I've already talked to Mitch about our family's circumstances. He knows the whole story. Sure, I never told Mom that I talked to him, but did she really think I'd withhold a detail that massive from my own fiancé?
Yeah, and what's more, Mitch and I have already met, so I'm not sure what she thinks she's preventing.
I know, right? But I guess Mom doesn't know about that either. And another thing, about the wedding. Mitch and I were planning on telling you guys this when he comes by on Saturday, but we're not going to do a formal ceremony. We're doing what's called a photo wedding, where you just take pictures as if it were a real wedding.
Oh, really? You know, I think I have heard of those before.
Yeah, they're kind of a new thing. Mitch's parents both passed away when he was young, and he has no siblings, so we thought it would be a good plan. Plus, you know, I'm not one for gaudy events, getting dressed fancy, being paraded in front of a bunch of people, that sort of thing.
I see. Glad you're on the same page.
Oh, the people at the venue did say that it was okay to bring guests along on the day of the photo shoot. I'm going to send you an invitation to that, so be sure to save the date, okay?
Gotcha. I'll be sure to set it aside.
That leaves one problem, though. Mom.
Yeah, that's kind of a big problem.
After all, I'm pretty sure Mom still has no idea that we know she's been having an affair, and this whole "we just happened to run into each other" nonsense is all a cover. There's no way she'd be telling that bold of a lie if she knew.
You're right.
So what do you think, Dad? What are you gonna do?
Well, she just handed me the divorce papers a bit ago.
Wow, already?
Yep. I'm gonna make my move tomorrow.
Tomorrow, huh? Well, I'm rooting for you, Dad.
Thanks, sweetheart. Hi, Linda. I submitted the divorce papers to the courthouse on my way home from work.
Wow, already? You're more obedient than I thought you would be. Good boy.
Yeah, I just want to get this out of the way so I can get on with my life.
Oh, well, good for you. All I want is to be divorced as soon as possible, so the sooner the better.
Right, the sooner the better. So, the sooner you get out of my house, the better. You have till tomorrow morning.
What? You're kicking me out?
The house is in my name.
Oh, well, I guess you're right.
Don't tell me. You haven't made new living arrangements yet? You're not stupid enough to throw a stack of divorce papers at me without having a plan for what you're going to do after a divorce is finalized, are you?
Of course not. I just, Was caught off guard by the fact that you got the divorce papers submitted so soon, that's all. I'll start packing up my stuff tomorrow morning.
No, didn't you hear me? I told you that you're going to be out of my house by tomorrow morning.
You're only giving me till morning?
I'll be staying at my friend's place tonight, so get your things in order and get the hell out. I'm gonna come by the house at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. You had better be gone by then.
Come on, by 9 a.m.? I'm gonna have to stay up all night in order to get all my stuff packed and move out in time.
I don't care what you have to do. Get it done. It was you who told me you wanted to get divorced as soon as possible, and I gave you what you wanted. We're divorced. That's my house you're in, and I want you out by tomorrow morning.
Fine, jeez. I'll do it, just get off my back. Hey, Travis, just letting you know I finished moving my stuff out just now.
Good. Thanks for letting me know.
If you don't mind, can I ask you something?
Make it quick.
Kathy hasn't been answering any of my calls or texts since last night. Do you know anything? Has she spoken to you at all?
No, I didn't message Kathy at all yesterday.
Oh. Okay.
Is that all you wanted? Can I go now?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Great. Now that that's settled, I no longer have any reason to communicate directly with you in the future. If you need anything from me, you'll have to do it through my attorney. You still have his card, don't you?
Yeah, I got it. Travis, this is all you're doing, isn't it?
I was very clear when I told you to talk to my attorney.
I don't have that kind of time. This is an emergency. What did you tell Nate, Travis, huh? Tell me right now. I just showed up at his house with my stuff to move in and he refused to let me in. What's going on?
Yeah, I figured that would happen.
Explain yourself now.
When he got back from his overseas business venture a year ago and the two of you met up, he had no idea that you had remarried, did he? Oh, Nate. It's been so difficult being a single mother these long 20 years. I was so lonely. You have no idea how hard it is to raise a child on your own as a woman in this society. Is that what you told him? I bet you threw in some crocodile tears too. You probably put on the best display of acting in your life to try and win back the man you rejected now that he's found success.
Did you meet Nate?
Well, to be more precise, we've never actually met in person. All of our communicating has been through our respective lawyers. But he did provide me with an affidavit stating that he had no idea you were a married woman, that you had lied to him and deceived him, that he was terribly sorry for any harm that has come to me, and that he's breaking up with you.
I don't believe this. How could you do something so dirty as going behind my back like that? You're a real creep, you know that?
You think you're in any position to be talking to me like that?
This can't be happening. I just went by Kathy's apartment, but she wasn't there. The whole place was dark. Then when I messaged her, she said that she didn't want to see me, so she was hiding out at her fiancé's house for a while. First Nate, now Kathy? Why? Why is this happening to me?
Ordinarily, I would just tell you to talk to my lawyer again, but since this has to do with Kathy, allow me to fill in the blanks.
Hurry up and tell me what's going on with her.
Kathy knew that you were having an affair.
She did? How?
She saw the two of you in the act with her own two eyes. She could tell that the guy you were with had the same eyes as she did. It wasn't that hard to figure out what was going on.
She saw us? Oh no.
It doesn't make a bit of difference that the two of you were married in the past. You were married to me at the time. You betrayed my trust. You're nothing but a low-down, good-for-nothing cheater.
But he's not just my ex-husband, he's Kathy's real dad.
Real? Why are you so caught up on that word? Who's more of her real dad? The one who took her to her first day of school? Went to her high school graduation and paid for her college education? Or the one who has been completely out of her life for as long as she's had a mind of her own? And when she talks about her dad, she's not talking about Nate. She's talking about me.
Be that as it may, I'm still her mother.
If only you hadn't cheated on me, we'd still be married and you'd still be able to enjoy the same happy, loving relationship with your daughter that you always had. Shame. Damn shame.
But you don't understand. He's a high-powered executive running his own business.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet he makes significantly more than me. A mid-level employee at a mid-sized firm, so he'd definitely be able to provide you with a much higher standard of living than I can right now. Maybe you should have divorced me before shacking up with him.
Well,
all you had to do was be honest. Sure, you may have had a bit of issues to work out, but you could have wound up in a much happier, more positive position than the one you find yourself in now.
Travis, do you think we can work things out between us?
Not a chance in hell.
I'm sure we can come to some sort of arrangement. We can start over, get a fresh start.
I'm done talking to you.
No!
Now, for real this time. Anything else you want to say to me? Tell it to my lawyer.
I don't want to talk to your lawyer. I want to talk to you.
If you'd like to arrange a meeting with me, talk to my lawyer. He'll tell you no, though.
Travis, wait!
With nowhere else to run, Linda went crawling back to her parents' house to live with them. My lawyer went over there to discuss the possibility of settling my lawsuit for her affair out of court, which she agreed to. It seems like at the time she assumed that her parents would agree to foot the bill for her. But they're both retired and on a fixed income, so there was no way they could scrounge together the money to pay the bill for her. In the end, her father arranged for her to go be a live-in maid at the house of an acquaintance of his. 6 months after that, Linda crashed into the wedding venue for Kathy's wedding and shouted, "I'm the mother of the bride. I deserve to be a part of this." However, Kathy's photo shoot had taken place a week earlier. When she realized her mistake, she went completely berserk and started trashing the place. Which means that now she has 2 lawsuit debts she needs to work off. Thanks to her escapades, the guy who hired her decided he didn't want anything to do with her, so he fired her and kicked her out onto the street. And the street is where she's been living ever since, doing odd jobs here and there in a futile attempt to get herself out of debt.
Hey Mandy, I need you to wire some money to Mom right away. $1,000 should be enough. Can you do it right away?
$1,000? Did something happen? Is your mom okay?
Mom's fine. She wants to take a yoga course. She wants to be an instructor.
What? And why are we sending an extra $1,000 on top of what we send her every month for her personal expenses? I don't think we can afford to send $1,000 right now, Stan.
Mandy, just do it. This is my mother we're talking about. You're not going to make me neglect her.
Neglect her? We are already sending her plenty. Why does she need extra yoga classes anyway? She's going a little overboard with the classes, don't you think?
She's enjoying her golden years. Don't you want her to? She's the woman who raised me to be the man I am today, Mandy. It's sad you don't understand the concept of giving back to your elders. When's the last time you did something nice for your mom or dad?
I get along fine with Mom and Dad. This isn't about them. I'm saying you need to stop shoveling money at your mother.
This is not a discussion. I'm the man of the house. I'll decide how to spend my money. You need to shut your mouth and listen to your man. You know, you've changed, Mandy. You used to show me respect. When did you become so uppity?
I'm not uppity. Whatever the hell that means. We need to discuss this because being husband and wife is supposed to mean being partners.
Nah. That's where you're wrong. I'm doing what I think is best, and that is to help my mom. You know how proud she is of me? She's bragging about me to all her neighbors. But it's good, you know? She loves it. Nothing wrong with being proud of your wonder son.
Wonder son. You. She calls you her wonder son?
Yeah, so what? I am her wonder son. You know, she's always telling me how her friends' kids are no good moochers that only come around when they need money. How sad is that? She's got me. If she needs me for anything, and I mean anything, I'm gonna be there for her. So get off your butt and go send the money. I don't want to waste time talking about this.
Stan, do you really think we can keep sending this kind of money every month? I just don't understand how you think this is going to work. Do you even know how much you make?
I make enough to afford sending $2,000 a month for my mom. That's how much I make. You know, as the eldest, it's my duty that I support my mother through her retirement years. It feels good to give back, you know? I'm a role model for those in the community.
A role model? A husband that doesn't listen to his wife and shovels money at his mother like her personal ATM machine? I don't see how that's respectable in the least.
Look, I have the money and it's up to me what I do with it. I'm better off giving it to my mom than handing it over to my stupid wife. Just shut up and go do as you're told. I don't want to hear any more about this from you. Hi, Mandy. Has Mom gotten in touch with you lately? She hasn't asked you guys for more money, has she?
Hi, Reggie. It's been a while. How are you doing? I think Jane just talked to Stan about it. He made a huge speech about being a respectable son or whatever and told me to send her money. This is becoming a problem, Reggie.
I know. She just called me too. What did she say this time?
She wants to be a yoga instructor. I'm all for her staying active, but this is getting out of control. She asked us to send an extra $1,000. Do you really think she's spending all this money on classes?
She asked me for $1,000 too. So, I guess that's $2,000 for the yoga instructor certificate. Not that she's actually going to teach yoga. Same with the jet skiing and scuba diving. I don't know what to do with her.
I know. I mean, she doesn't seem to recognize how much she's spending. Kind of like you know who.
You mean Stan? Speaking of, sorry to be so blunt, but can you guys really handle $1,000 right now?
Of course not. How could we? I'm barely keeping things afloat with the money I make. Stan just keeps telling me to send your mother more money. He has no idea how our finances are right now.
How can he keep sending money when he knows his own family's in trouble? I mean, he's got to have some idea of how things are, right?
Actually, I'm pretty sure he has no idea how much he makes. I just can't bring myself to throw it in his face. He cares so much about how he's perceived, you know? I think he just wants to believe he's the perfect son so bad he can't see what he's doing.
Man, I'm so sorry my family is so crazy. I guess my mom has the same problem. Truth be told, I think she spends most of the money chatting with her friends at cafes. Her favorite thing in the world is to lord how well her precious boy is doing and how well he treats her.
I guess the certificates are part of that? But how can they both be so clueless about their spending?
I once saw Mom pay for the whole table of old grannies. I mean, it was Starbucks, but those frappuccinos add up.
I know, Stan is like that too.
You know, she's always been like that. Maybe that's why she likes Stan so much. He's always been her favorite. All my life, Mom fussed over Stan for everything and barely paid attention to me. I don't want to sound petty, but it was harsh. Even when we did the same, like we both got A's or make the team for something at school, she'd practically throw a parade for Stan. Mom just doted over Stan, and Stan just became the world's biggest mama's boy.
Yeah, it's a little creepy how close they are. I didn't realize it until after we got married, but Stan can't seem to go against his mother at all. It's no use talking to him at this point. He literally told me he'd rather give his money to his mother than his stupid wife.
Oh, Mandy, I'm sorry. He shouldn't be treating you like that. You shouldn't have to put up with being treated like that.
Well, same goes to you, Reggie. Your mom always favoring Stan has gotta bother you.
Yeah, I mean, it used to, but it still stings sometimes. Like the other day I went to visit Mom and she practically ignored me the whole time I was there. Then, right as I was about to leave, she gave me an earful about how great Stan is doing and what a disappointment I am. You know, her wonder son sends $2,000 a month and I'm her no good failure of a son. Same old, same old.
Reggie, that's just... I'm sorry, I don't even know what to say, especially since I know the truth about things.
There's no use talking to those idiots. They're never gonna see reality as it is. They're living in their own bubble, you know?
The bubble's gotta pop somehow. I wouldn't be able to stand being treated like that by my own mother.
I can handle it. I'm glad I got to complain about it to you, though. It's like having an ally. You made me feel better. Thanks, Mandy.
I'm glad. Same for me. It's not something I can talk about with just anyone. Family matters, you know? Thanks, Reggie. Please keep in touch and let me know what's going on. I need to figure out what to do about Stan.
Of course. Sorry about everything. We can do the wire transfer as usual. We'll catch up again soon. Take care, Mandy.
Okay, thanks, Reggie. Take care.
Mandy, you there? Gonna increase the amount we send Mom by a bit from now on.
What? What is it now?
Mom wants to renovate the house. You know it's been a while since they've made any upgrades to the house. Besides, she says her friend Ruth got an induction stove, and she's furious she wasn't the first to get it. So, I talked to Mom, and we've decided to customize a built-in kitchen for her, plus some other stuff around the house, like making it barrier-free.
You want to pay for her to renovate her house? That's crazy.
What's crazy about me helping my mom, huh?
What do you mean? We're sending extra money. This sounds really expensive. Don't you need a loan for something like this?
Yeah, the home equity loan is gonna be in Mom's name, but we're gonna cover all the payments. It's the least we can do after everything my mom's done for me over the years.
Stan, we're not paying for your mother to renovate her house. Please call her right away and tell her we can't do it.
Like hell I will. Besides, the construction started today, so it's too late to cancel. Everything is going forward, whether you like it or not.
What? So you went on and took on thousands of dollars in debt behind my back? Do you really think that's how a marriage works? Why would you do this without telling me? I'm your wife. You can't make such big financial decisions without discussing it with me, Stan.
Oh, why not? I'm not obligated to inform you on everything I do. This is my decision. Mom needs to renovate her house. I'm her son. She's counting on me. Of course I'm going to be there for her and make sure she's got what she needs.
We can't afford it, Stan. How are you not getting this? You can't keep blindly throwing money at your mom.
Where do you get off telling me what to do? What is your problem anyway? You just want to keep my hard-earned money for yourself. Stop being so greedy and have some compassion, Mandy. You're my wife. Just obey your husband like you're supposed to. All you need to do is wire the money. Stop complaining about crap that's none of your business.
None of my business. All right, that's enough. This has gone too far.
What, you're mad? What do you have to be mad about?
You're totally clueless, aren't you? You've got your head up your butt and you really, truly don't get it. I see it now.
Hey, better watch your mouth, woman. I'm your husband. Show some respect for the breadwinner of the house, huh?
The breadwinner. Yeah. Do you even know how much you make after taxes? Go ahead and tell me, how much?
I don't know, enough?
Enough? How is $1,500 enough? Tell me how that works, Stan.
What?
Yes, Stan. Tell me how $1,500 covers the monthly allowance to your mother of $2,000 plus the renovation costs. Tell me! Do you even have basic math skills? Let's see, how about 1,500 subtracted from 2,000? Can you do that?
No, that can't be right.
What kind of adult doesn't even know how much he's making? This is what I mean when I say you don't see reality. The reality is, you're a useless deadbeat of a husband making minimum wage, and Reggie's the one that's covering most of your mom's expenses, not you. I can't stand watching you brag about how you bring home the bacon and send your mom $2,000 a month. Shut the hell up already, Stan!
Mandy, that's no way to talk to your husband. Besides, this can't be right. I know I make enough money to take care of my family. I've been sending $2,000 a month every month to Mom.
No, you haven't, Stan. Reggie has. We make a small contribution, but it's mostly your younger brother that's paying for your mom.
But Mom always thanks me for sending her money. She told me the last time I visited that she really appreciated all the money I send. She said I was a generous and successful boy. She never mentioned anything about Reggie helping out. Reggie's not exactly the respectable type, if you know what I mean.
If you don't believe me, you can check our bank books. Every month, I send Reggie $100. Reggie is the one that makes the $2,000 by adding his $1,900 contribution. Get that in your head, okay?
No. What? No, I send $2,000 a month.
Wake up, Stan. Oh, this is so stupid. Just check the bank books.
How? But it doesn't make any sense. How is Reggie the loser sending $1,900 a month? There's no way he can send that kind of money.
He can. Unlike you, he can actually afford it. Remember how he transferred companies to a new startup?
Yeah, who goes from a big corporation to a dinky startup, right?
Well, the company's doing great, and apparently as one of the starting members, he got really good stock options and everything. He's got no problem covering the $1,900 a month. You know he makes 5 times the salary you do.
5 times? I can't. So I'm only sending $100 a month to Mom, and Reggie's sending $1,900? And Reggie's making 5 times more than I do?
Yep, that's the reality of the situation. I could have sent more if I took some money out of my earnings. But Reggie told me not to take any money out of my paycheck to cover your mom's allowance. Actually, he said he'd even pay more if necessary. He always says I shouldn't be obligated to give up my money for you to indulge your mother. I should spend whatever I can save after I'm spending on myself. Your brother's a very sweet young man.
Who the hell does he think he is? This is so messed up.
Things have been messed up for a long time, Stan. I've tried to talk to you about these issues, but you never wanted to listen. I can't keep living like this. I want a divorce, Stan.
A divorce? Where did that come from? We're not even talking about divorce. We're talking about my mom.
No, we're talking about sending even more money to your mother and taking on a loan payment without consulting me. That was the last straw. I'm done with all this. I want signed divorce papers tomorrow.
Hi, Mandy. How's everything going? I wanted to let you know that I finally did it. I told Mom I won't be sending her any more money.
Oh, congratulations! How did that go?
As expected, Mom yelled at me that I was an ungrateful son of her, and told me she didn't need my miserable contribution because she's got one good son.
Oh, that's pretty cruel. How does she not know who's sending her the money? It's right there in her bank statements.
Financially irresponsible people don't check their bank statements. She just uses her debit card and sees how much is left in her account.
Right, same as Stan. But she doesn't need to be so mean. I can't stand the way she treats you.
I wouldn't expect anything less from that entitled old woman. I've actually put some distance between my family and myself. I'm gonna be moving across the country. New place, new start.
Wow, where are you moving?
San Francisco. Got headhunted by a titan in our industry. My current company agreed to keep me on as an advisor. Since I'm moving away, I thought I'd make a clean break. There's a good chance Mom disowns me, but it's all good.
That sounds amazing. I'm so glad to hear you're doing so well. A clean break, huh?
So, Mandy, when are you making the break? I mean, you know they're never gonna change. Don't you want out? You know, if you're worried about money, I'm here for you. I can help with lawyers' fees or whatever.
Thank you, Reggie. But actually, I finally did it too. I told Stan I wanted a divorce.
Oh my goodness, congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Funny, coming from his brother, but thanks. It went way smoother than I expected.
Oh?
I guess the damage to his ego was too much for him after I told him about how you were covering most of the money sent to your mom. He was in a daze and just signed the divorce papers without even going off on me. It was actually weirdly anticlimactic.
That's funny. Well, I guess we're both free to enjoy our life now.
That's right. Well, take care in San Francisco.
You take care too, Mandy. Bye. Hello, Mandy. Hey, how are you doing? I need your help. I need to borrow some money right away.
Stan, I thought I told you never to contact me again.
This is an emergency, Mandy. It's about the renovation. I need you to send me some money ASAP. 10K. No, even just a few thousand.
What? We're divorced, Stan. I'm not giving you any money. Besides, I thought you canceled the renovation.
This is serious. The renovation was canceled, but apparently the company we hired already ordered some of the material. We need to pay for it or Mom's gonna lose the house. It's 30K, Mandy. I don't have that kind of money right now.
$30,000. That's a lot. I know you can't cover it with your $1,500 a month. I mean, you actually thought we were sending $2,000 a month to your mother on your salary? Obviously you have no savings since you overspend, not even realizing how much you make.
I seriously thought we were sending $2,000. So I thought I was making about $5,000. That makes sense, right? How was I supposed to know Reggie was paying most of Mom's allowance?
Who doesn't know how much they make? Anyway, the $30,000 is your problem. You're gonna have to figure it out with your mom. Doesn't she have any savings hidden away somewhere? She was receiving $2,000 a month from her son on top of her Social Security. There's no way her classes and cafe outings cost that much. I'm sure she can handle it.
She can't, Mandy. I checked. She doesn't have anything put aside anywhere. Can you believe it?
You're one to talk. So you and your mother both have zero money in your accounts.
It's worse than that. Mom has personal loans I didn't even know about. She's in debt, Mandy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she owes a total of $30,000 combining all the loans she got. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's $60,000 total? Sounds like you guys are in a pretty tough spot.
Mom's gone totally nuts. She's ignoring me most of the time, yelling in her room by herself. Ever since she found out Reggie makes more money than I do, she's been going on and on about it. She lost the good one. She keeps calling him over and over, even though he blocked her number. We can't get in touch with Reggie at all.
I don't blame him. But hey, your mom's got you, right? You're her pride and joy, the Wonder Boy.
She says she'd rather have Reggie back. She calls me her useless mooch of a son. I can't believe she talks to me like this.
Well, I guess your mom's favoritism doesn't trump her financial means. How does she owe so much money anyway?
I guess she thought it doesn't matter how much she owes because her sons would pay it back. She doesn't even know what she spent the money on. Mandy, you gotta help us. Come back to me.
What?
Yeah, we can start over. You can come live with me and my mom. We'll work together and pay back the debt. We'll be a team.
You can't be serious. I'm not getting back with you.
I know we had some issues, but it's only been a few months since we got divorced. You must still love me. How long were we married for? You can't just erase those feelings.
Surprisingly, you can. I don't love you. I don't feel anything for you.
Really? You don't feel bad for me for everything I'm going through? All I did was try to do right by my mom, and Reggie ditched me to deal with everything all on my own. And you up and leave me out of the blue? I don't deserve this. You're really okay with seeing me suffer like this?
100%. The only people I feel sorry for in this mess are Reggie and me. Who do you think had to put up with you two lunatics all this time? I'm glad I got out, and I'm glad Reggie did too. We don't deserve this. You and your mom are literally paying the price for your own stupidity. Don't drag me into your problems. Like I said, we're not married anymore.
Mandy, please, I'll do better. I'll look for a new job with better pay. I'll make more money like Reggie.
That's a great idea. You should do that.
Right? So come back to me. Let's get married again, Mandy. I want you by my side.
No, thank you. You've got your precious mother by your side. That should be plenty. Have fun living with a financially irresponsible, uncontrollable overspender. You guys deserve each other.
Wait, Mandy, don't leave me.
Bye. Stan is still living with his mother and paying back the money for her renovation and the personal loans by himself. Despite this, Jane's attitude towards her ex-Wonder Boy has become increasingly worse. She is constantly looking down on Stan, calling him useless and a disappointment. This seems to be doing a lot of damage on the mama's boy's psyche. He started a second job working at a diner, and apparently he flips out every time a happy mother and son come in for a bite, and he needs to take a little time off in the back. I guess accepting reality is difficult for both Stan and Jane, although I don't know how they managed to be inseparable for decades, then do a 180 like this. Reggie, on the other hand, is doing great in San Francisco. He's changed all his contact information and has completely cut ties with both Jane and Stan. He bought a new house, is enjoying his new job, has a lot more free time than before, and of course, a lot less stress in his life. We send each other updates from time to time, and he just told me he met someone new, and he thinks she might be the one. I couldn't be happier for Reggie. After all, he was the one that had to deal with his mother and brother the longest. I wish him the best of luck. He deserves it.